Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to L'Arc de Gloire. I'm pretty sure I butchered that name, I'm sorry. But I did hear that it's the winning song for the Project L'Arc de Scenario, and with it the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe, which again, I probably butchered the names, I apologize. Which is apparently the final boss of Japanese horse racing. It's the most prestigious international race in France that Japan has tried to win since the 60s. So I'm very much looking forward to checking this out. And if you have one that you would like me to react to guaranteed, then be sure to go to my sponsor page, sponsor.app/trailblazer_ddina. Now let's get started. Yeah, I can already tell that's the winning song with that beginning. Tokaideo! I think almost everyone is here, right? Oh wait. That is Teo, right? I feel like I'm doubting myself. Ooh, ooh! Your tone! Oh, her voice sounds so sweet. It's like candy sweet. It kind of reminds me of like those Disney songs back in the day. Oh my gosh, I like her voice the best out of the three. But hers sounds so sweet. Wow, look at that back right there. That's that, what was it called? I forgot what it was called. It was like that one thing that you find in Paris. Landmark? Maybe I'm wrong. But I mean, it was held in France, so I assume that that's the case. Now let's find a spot that let's stick with her because she looks beautiful here. Actually, no, the voice who I liked the most, you. Let's have it focused on you. If we could find a good spot. Okay, maybe I can't find a good one. I thought I could find a pretty decent focus though. But okay, maybe here. Oh, usually I can decide, but oh well, I guess I'll just stick with her. But I do like this one because for a lot of the previous Umamusume songs that I listened to, it was very much like I expected it to sound the way it did, and it sounds really good because it fits the game. This one though feels slightly different. Like it does have that Umamusume flavor to it, but at the same time, it feels more reminiscent to like songs from Disney, let's say, for example, or the ones that are like the old cartoon movies, like that kind of like when the things are going well and it's kind of like musical-ish. This song kind of reminds me of that kind of vibe. And usually in those cases, I think it's the instruments that they use that pretty much give that vibe. Let's actually listen to the beginning a little bit so that I can refocus. Yeah, so I think it's the brass sounds that are pretty much giving that intention. but it also kind of feels like the start of a parade or ceremony of sorts, which makes sense since this is the winning song for what was it called? Let me see real quick. Project Lark scenario and the pre-day Lark Day Triumph, the final boss for Japanese horse racing. So, since it's the most prestigious international race in France, it makes sense that the beginning would be very much ceremonial in style and have this like importance to it right from the start with the brass and the, let me see. Yeah, so it's pretty much the usage of brass instruments from what I can tell, and maybe some wind, but it seems more like it's brass instruments. I could be wrong though, since I'm not like a professional musician, so I'll leave it to you guys to educate me. But in any case, it does bring about that ceremonial feel that this is an extremely important song. And with it, we have the three main singers. And honestly, I really like this girl's voice. I don't really recognize the two on the side. Maybe it's because I haven't seen them yet in the game, or maybe they just weren't like a huge focus in the other songs that I've checked out so far. But it's very much like high pitched, mid pitched, and then at least a little bit deeper than the other two, which makes for a good blend, especially as we listen to this song. And she tends to be the focus, obviously, for this song. I assume she's like the has an important like participation with this particular international race in real life. I don't remember all the Uma's histories, unfortunately, because it's just a lot of information that you guys dump onto me. I'm slowly picking it up, but I'm remembering the names a lot faster compared to their actual history. And I'm sort of starting to remember like the family bloodline, I guess, family tree too, but that still needs a lot more work. But in any case, you can sense the importance of the race and the song because of all the heavy use of brass and heavy use of the dramatic movements of the umas. And also you could hear like the usage of choir, which also again brings a more ceremonial feel to it, because usually when it's like the start of a parade or some kind of important ceremony, it would be using brass instruments, but in games, whenever things are like hitting like the peak part, they tend to use choir a lot. And you can definitely hear elements of both here. With some strings, obviously. I think another thing is when the Umamusumes are singing, you can hear a lot of the wind and string instruments and less of the brass, which obviously shows like the importance of the Umamusume that's singing. But it like makes you also think of like those visual novel games where they have like flashbacks and they usually play like wind instruments. It kind of has that kind of melody too. So it makes me wonder if they're just like looking back on the race, on the time that they struggled to either get through the race or win the race. Not like I'm not saying that the Umamusume has won the actual race, but like just in general, like with the song itself. So yeah, I can definitely see how this is the winning song for that particular most famous international race, because that's how important it is and it should be treated as such. So overall, I really enjoyed this one. Do let me know if you guys want me to check out a different song. The more repeats in your suggestions, the more likely I'm going to cover it and prioritize it. Or if you want it guaranteed, then you can go ahead and go to my sponsor page. Either way, this was a really fun song to react to or just watch and listen. Might actually listen to it after. It's quite addicting in some ways. But in any case, if you enjoyed this, then be sure to give it a like, comment below, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!